Okay guys, so for this video, I'm going to be going across the Bosphorus Strait over to Asia. The Asian side of the city, over there. And probably show you a little bit on the way. Then when I get over there, talk about the Straits a little bit maybe. And then come right back. Because I don't have long here. But, look at that skyline. Pretty nice. So, something that's actually happened a little more recently is because of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, there is the Bosphorus Straits. These straits that I'm on right now in this boat are close to Russian warships, which is kind of a big deal because I believe the second strongest fleet they have is in the Black Sea, so they're bottled in there, with the strongest I think being up in the north, like Archangels or something like that. But yeah, because of the conflict, the Russian warships are not allowed in right now, and I know a lot of ships, or a lot of countries, are starting to close down their ports to Russian flagged vessels just in general. I think because of the treaty, what is it called? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's basically a treaty that guarantees Russia and other countries the right of access through here, because it is such a vital strategic interest to them to prevent them from wanting to try to take it. The Montreux Convention, that's what it's called. The Montreux Convention basically dictates that I don't think Turkey is allowed to close it off to just them, but they could close it off to everyone, I think, if they wanted to. So that's part of why they're building or planning on building the Istanbul Canal, to be able to try to get some money out of that, because right now everybody who goes through here, it's totally free. One of the reasons that they're using is, if anybody remembers the explosion that happened in Lebanon, because there was a ship carrying chemicals and it was in port there and ended up exploding, killing many people. That's one of the justifications basically that they're trying to use for opening up the Istanbul Canal, rather than just letting every ship go through here. But we'll see how that plays out in the future. As for right now though, it's only closed off to Russia and Russian warships. But maybe it'll become stricter on Russia. Maybe it'll, they'll start pushing more traffic towards the Istanbul Canal as it gets built, because it's obviously not made yet. But we'll see. So I could be totally misremembering, and this isn't really necessarily a good example like where I'm showing you right now, but I think the German warships, there was 2 of them that came in here and joined the Ottoman fleet during World War II, because the British were building 2 battleships for the Ottoman fleet, and they ended up saying, no, we're going to keep these because the war started. And then the Ottomans decided, hey, we're going to go more towards the Central Powers. So Germany gifted them 2 ships, which they had trapped in the Mediterranean anyways. And I think one of the guys, like one of the captains or something, commented on the spires and the domes of Istanbul. I think they called it Constantinople. I don't know. Maybe not. I could be totally misremembering that. Could be false memory. Could just be a different person. I don't know. But there's something else I know about this. I really like that big tower over there. I don't know what it is. I'm sure I could look it up pretty easily, but I don't think I am, because I'm not going to be going over there. There's also something else, really huge building out there. You guys can definitely see it. I can see it in the camera. No idea what that is either, but it looks really impressive. It's real high up there. There's a couple giant Turkish flags off to the right of it. So this is a really busy waterway. You see the international shipping going between, the European countries that are also bordering the Black Sea on the inside, and the rest of the world. And then there's, these ferries going back and forth between Asia over here and Europe right here, which is crazy. This is it. This is the distance. Europe, Asia. It's starting to get real windy out here. We're out in the middle now. I think if I had 24 days, I probably wouldn't even be able to see everything that the city has to offer, But it's really unfortunate I've only got the 24 hours. Definitely there will be a next time. I couldn't tell you what it is off the top of my head, but on the map they've got that lighthouse marked as something. So maybe it's a store. It probably is. Everything here seems to be. But there's something. I might be totally off on this, but this boat, like walking around inside of it, it reminds me a lot of the Staten Island Ferry. I don't know if they're the same ship, probably not. It's just, they look really, really similar in the inside, a lot. Really similar to me. But I think the Staten Island Ferry actually has like an outer ring on the left and right sides that you can walk around on, like on the outside. I think I remember doing that. So actually I can tell you right now it's not, but it just reminds me of it a lot on the inside. Cosmotrons float. I don't know whose that is, but there goes what looks like a gas ship. Maybe from Russia, maybe from Georgia, maybe from Ukraine. I have no idea. I would guess Russia if I had to make a guess, but maybe somebody else will know. Maybe one of you guys will. So now I'm on the Asian side of the Bosphorus Straits. Like I was saying, this is an incredibly historically like important position that this city is in, just because it's at the mouth to where it controls pretty much everything going in between the Black Sea and the rest of the world. So for countries like Russia, things that they do, like annexing the Crimea, they do it because it gives them access to a warm water port, and it gives them access to the rest of the world via these straits. So none of that stuff would really matter, right, if the access that they get through here was denied to them. If say these straits were like filled in somehow, I don't know, or just closed off to them, that would be enormous geostrategic importance to Russia. It's why historically the Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, every entity that has taken the mantle of the Russian government has always had a huge interest in taking ownership of this area, of this city specifically. One of the historic reasons, obviously, that the Russian Empire did it is because they considered themselves like the successor state to Rome and the successor state to the Byzantine Empire. That's why they call Moscow the third Rome. But it makes it a lot easier to make your case of, I am the successor state of these countries, if you actually own one of the old capitals. And I think Russia asking for Rome is a little out of the question. But as far as asking for, this city here, it's not an incredible distance, and it has enormous value to them. You can see, like, even coming to this side, it's just as beautiful. Like, the Ottomans made this city huge and made it great while they had it. And then, before that, even the Byzantines did the same. Everybody who's had it ever since Constantine decided to make it a thing, like a real big thing, because I think a city actually did exist even prior to that. I think there's been historically always something in this area. But yeah, this is an incredibly important waterway, not only to Russia, not only to Turkey, but to the entire world. And like I was saying, with Russia's military access through here being cut off, if their ships were to like come under threat in the Black Sea and not be able to break out, that could be the death of the Russian Navy, essentially, like the modern Russian Navy as is, because so many of their assets are there right now with the war going on. So having this closed is kind of a big thing. If it was close to civilian shipping, though, that would be like a game changer. I think that's pretty much like a war point for Russia. I think they would go to war for that. But as of right now, closed to Russia, open to us. So definitely come and check it out. Take one of these ferry rides if you're out here. It's a nice little area that I came across too. I don't have enough time to really go and just explore on the Asia side, because if I did, I would love to. It's really nice here. A lot of people too. It seems like a little more lively, a lot more like local seeming, obviously, because this isn't the tourist part of the town. This is like, normal people, I'd assume. But the terminals to get over here, they come in like 10 or 11 languages. You can just scroll through till you find what's yours and make your way. Well, that's going to be it from the Asian side of the Straits. I'm going to head back over to Europe now, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you did. If you like this new format of video where it's kind of, short and very, very focused. Let me know that down in the comments. Probably won't be too many more like this, but if you like it, maybe there will be.